listening to the Retina UK Bristol, Bath and Wiltshire Peer Support Group meeting speaker presentation recorded Thursday, the 30th of November 2023.
Good evening from me as well. My name, welcome everyone, and thank you for joining us at the Retina UK, the peer support group meeting that we run every 2-3 months approximately. My name is Dr. Katrina Tavulari, and I'm here as a group facilitator for Bath, Bristol and Wiltshire area. I'm an academic with a background in vision impairment and ableism. I worked for about 17 years in industry and the last 7 years in academia. So I currently work for Bath University, and I also collaborate with Oxford and Birmingham. So now, with regard to our speaker tonight, I have a few things to say. I have been reflecting since our last meeting back in September, as far as I remember, contemplating whether a Christmas gathering would be beneficial. Therefore, considering we're still in the early stages of building up our connections as a group, because this is our second meeting so far, I thought it might be more fruitful to keep our interactions online for now. And in line of this, and the discussions we had last time, I felt like it became evident that there is a common concern about the ongoing loss of sight. It led me to think about our next steps, and I'm excited to share a wonderful opportunity with you, and this is Zain. So our speaker tonight is Zain. Zain, I won't try to pronounce your surname because it's very difficult for me, but I will try to say a little bit about how we met and my perception about you through my eyes. So Zain is someone I consider a true role model. Just to let you know, because some of you just join us tonight, I'm not vision impaired. But as you can understand, I have dedicated my life, the last 25 years approximately, to people with vision impairment. So Zain, along with your guide dog, Meet, which is very popular, is a remarkable couple. And Zain is a young lady, originally from Jordan, who pursued her studies in the US and is currently pursuing PhD at the University of Glasgow. And our paths crossed through one of the research studies I'm conducting at the University of Bath. And to be honest with you, beyond the professional connection, I'm grateful to call her a friend. I could delve into the details of Zain's inspiring life, but the reason I invited her to speak to us is more profound, because despite facing a challenging VI syndrome that has caused her to gradually lose her sight, Zain, at almost 30s, continues to excel in her studies, build meaningful relationships, travel, work, and live independently, far from her family. So tonight, Zain will share her journey with us, hopefully touching on how she navigates life with determination, passion, resilience. What else, Zain? Grace. So I hope her story will not only resonate with us individually, but will also inspire us collectively. So without further ado, let me introduce you to Zain and welcome her with open hearts to our meeting tonight. Zain, the stage is all yours.
Thank you, Katerina. I do not know where to begin after what you just said. You know, your words are always so touching, and you know that I also consider you as a friend. Not only do I consider you as another academic, I consider you as a friend. And
that's good.
Right, I am nearing my 30s. Well, my 30th year on this planet, and around the sun will be next year. So I am 29. However, the best way to describe myself and my personality is that I am a ball of light that basically shines everywhere I go. And the reason I say this is because not only did I lose my sight, I gained my vision through my journey. And and I hope that will give you just a sense of who I am, because I am, first of all, from my voice as well, you can hear I'm very bubbly, I'm energetic. So I do hope that through my story that I will share with you and my journey with sight loss, I hope to inspire you all to also go out and actually enjoy whatever your destiny will preserve for you, but also where it will take you. So, as Katerina said, I am going through a journey of sight loss. I was born with retinitis pigmentosa, and through my teen years and now through my 20s, I started losing my vision slowly. I have now 2 degrees peripheral sight, but everybody who I've seen, as in experts in the medical field, say I don't have peripheral vision. So I just say I have no peripheral vision, but I only have central vision. And basically I am colorblind as well. So I cannot tell you what is brown and what is purple, what is red and what is white. So you could say I do my own color scheme throughout my life. But one thing I love about my journey is that it has taken me to where I am today. Katarina did share that I did do some of my studies in the US, but I did start my degree in London. So I got my media and communications degree, undergrad, in London, before I did my master's in broadcast journalism, political journalism in Washington, D.C., which then led me to do a internship at the Library of Congress. So I was helping them with their writing, and I was able to actually get to meet the first ever actress who acted as Wonder Woman. So I got to write about her journey and her story before I
Wow,
went
like,
to do...
just like you.
I'm Daredevil. There's a difference. But thank you. I basically then went to do a fellowship with a nonprofit organization in Maryland called Respectability, which focused on the lives of actresses and actors with disabilities in Hollywood, before I ended up doing internship abroad in London in educational in higher education news, which actually led me to my passion in academia. So I did that internship abroad with the Pi News, and I'm still in contact with them. You know, I still love to stay in contact with everyone, and just like Katarina knows, and just actually as Mark knows as well, because it seems that I know Mark before I got to meet Katarina, and I will share how that came about in a bit. But then after I worked back home with an NGO called Action Against Hunger, I was their senior communications officer, the first person they brought for that position. I was fresh out of my master's. I was the youngest in my, let's say, my office space, or one of the youngest in my office space, which was really cool. I got to create the job from scratch, build it up to what it is now today, and I basically got to be the comms focal point between Syrian refugees in Azraq camp, as well as Syrian refugees living, and some of them who are working in different parts of Jordan, and with vulnerable Jordanians, which was amazing. I got to interview them about their story and about their path, what actually led me to meet a young 16-year-old refugee who, when I asked what she wished she could get back from the Syrian war, and she said, my education. And because of that, it actually pushed me, gave me that drive to go back to academia and put me on the path which I am on now. So I'm a PhD researcher in media and cultural policy at the University of Glasgow. I'm in my 4th year, so I have 1 more year and a half to go. And my research focuses on disability representation in Jordanian media. Hence, you know, helping Katerina with some of her research. And yeah, that's how my journey is now. I have been a white cane user for 13 years. I started when I was 16. And in 2020, when I moved to Glasgow, I started my journey with Guide Dogs Scotland. I applied in August of 2022. I got matched with my beautiful golden retriever, Mitch, who is glued to my side. And for the first time, we've been called a couple. This is the first time someone calls us a couple, not a duo. So thank you, Katerina. But Mitch and I have now been a team for 1 year and 30 days to today. And he basically, the way I can describe our journey is, he has given me my wings to fly. Yes, I'm independent. Yes, I'm outgoing. Yes, I go out. Yes, I'm living the way I'm living. But he has added to that by guiding me through certain paths and certain ways which a Kane would not be able to do. People react to myself and Mitch much better than a Kane. You know, they can see Mitch more than they can see a Kane. And so that actually has changed when I started being guided by him. In fact, 2 days ago, we just did our very first harness walk in the dark at night. So I'm night blind. So that was a huge milestone for us, and is something that I'm very proud of, because usually before I had Mitch, I would not go out in the dark on my own. I would not do it. With Mitch, I got the confidence to do it. And so this is how my life has changed. You know, I've gotten these added additions of help. And I think having a guide dog is so amazing because, you know, you have a companion, you also get this added let's say magic that breaks between, you know, the awkwardness when you meet new people, which is something I love. So everybody notices Mitch, and they would come up and be like, "Oh my god, your guide dog is so cute," or "Your dog is so cute. You know, can we pet him?" I'm like, I have to be the bad person and be like, "No, you can't. He's working." But he is working. He needs to work. We all have to work, you know. So it's how my life has turned out now. Like, I wouldn't change it for anything. And one advice I'd give you guys is, they always say sky's the limit. However, we don't see the sky, so we are limitless in anything we do in life. There is no limit for the possibilities and the opportunities and the different things that we can do. Before I met Mark, actually, I never met anyone who is VI who wanted to do bungee jumping. I am telling you, like, it's incredible. It's amazing. Like, Katerina calls me inspiring. I call Mark inspiring for what he does and for the work that he does. You know, every one of us is inspiring in our own ways. But I just thought, you know, sharing that little piece of journey that I've been going through could help. And I hope, you know, I hope I haven't missed out anything. I think I did not miss out anything. Oh, I am a coffeeholic, so I love coffee. So if you don't see me on campus, you'll see me exploring a new coffee house or somewhere around Scotland, which is where I'm based. I'm based in Glasgow. I love to travel, so I usually, you know, do day trips. I've gone. So the first year I've been like walking and being guided by Mitch. I visited 26 places around Scotland. So I'm still, you know, adding places onto our list. And so far in our second year, we've been to Millport, Isle of Cumbria. I hope I'm saying this right. And hopefully, wait, where else have I been? We've also been to Edinburgh again, so I've been to it before, but I've added it in as well. But I'm hoping to keep on going to new places. And honestly, if you don't let your vision, you know, stop you or interfere you, you can do amazing things. So I would say, don't let it stop you. Don't let it be this barrier that stops you from doing what you love. There are many things we can do in life that don't need vision. You know, we have other senses. We have like our hearing, we have our touch, we have our smell. So go forth and do something great. You know, go forth and just live your life and be you. And I think I can end there.
Thank you very, very much. That was so inspiring. Does anybody have any questions for Zain at all?
I have a question.
Yeah.
When do you ever not have a question, Katerina?
I tried to be quiet just for 5 seconds, but I couldn't.
I know.
Okay, that's a very, very quick question.
Yes.
You know, throughout my experience with children and adults with vision impairment, I have noticed that very frequently during transition periods of their life, they become very stressful. So my question to you is, how did you manage to handle transition periods of your life? For example, leaving Jordan and coming to the UK, or leaving school and going to the university, or living from your family and living alone now, you know,
Yes.
these kind of things.
Yeah. So transition periods are never the easiest for persons with sight loss, or who are blind, or VI, and with any disability. If you ask, if you have friends, they would say the same thing, that transition is never easy. But I think the best thing I did in order to help me through my transition period is having a very solid and supportive support group. It was like, first of all, it was my family who supported me when I told them that I wanted to continue my studies. They said that they would help me, put in place, getting more training. Let's say if I needed cane training. When I told them I wanted to apply for a guide dog, they said, go for it. They were supporting me. And my extended family who live in the UK also supported me. They've been there for me when I was in the pandemic. So when I couldn't go home for Christmas, let's say in the first year in the pandemic. So in 2020, the borders were closed between the UK and Jordan. I couldn't leave home. And so my extended family who live in Fife told me, they told me I could come and spend New Year's with them while I spent Christmas with my friends who stayed here as well because they couldn't leave. Just having that sense of family, that sense of support, was really comforting for me. So it was amazing to see that I had that kind of thing. My friends here are part of my support group. I don't know what I would do without my friends. Like, I'm having them, go through this journey with me because some of them have never experienced having a friend with a white cane or with a guide dog. So I was able to spread awareness, and as a result, they were able to support me. Like right now, I know that that a lot of people who are going through transition periods don't have the right support. And I think if you can get that support, it doesn't matter if it's like family, if it's friends, if it's even your professors at university. Like, my supervisors have become part of that extended group. So a PhD usually is 4 years. I had to ask for extension because of my vision. I can't read a lot like I usually could. Sometimes editing big chunks of text is tiring. A PhD thesis is supposed to be 80,000 words. Some chapters are 22 to 30 words. You know this, Katerina. Sometimes we have to write a lot. And so I need that support. And so knowing that my supervisors are the people I can go to ask for help, it's comforting. I'm not alone. It's the sense of knowing that you have people around you, even if they're not there. I think I wouldn't have been able to come to Scotland actually to travel if it wasn't for my cousin who did the trip with me. It was a difficult trip to take because one, the border between Jordan and the UK was closed, and so the only way to get to Scotland was through Dubai. So I had to fly there and then do a layover, then come here, do 14 days of quarantine, do another 14 days of quarantine, all of this. Going through loneliness. We go through loneliness, periods of loneliness. We sometimes go through, well, this is a very common thing to go through as a PhD researcher. We go through imposter syndrome. We go through periods of doubt, periods of sadness, feeling sometimes, we write and we're like, wait a second, am I doing the right thing? Like, wait, is doing a PhD the same thing I need to be doing? Am I on the right path? I think having that support system really helps. And the best thing that I've learned through this journey is to have it's good to have support from people who are in the same community as you. So I also have friends who are in the VI community who are my support system, and I support them in return. Whenever I do these talks, whenever I'm added to WhatsApp groups, or let's say I'm added to mailing lists, some people, they comment and say, we're lonely, we don't have someone to talk to. I always reach out and say that I'm happy to listen. And this goes to the people here in this group. Like, if you need someone to listen to you or to talk to who's going through sight loss, I am happy to be of support through my ears. I'm happy to listen. I'm happy to share my experience, which is what I'm doing now. Is I'm just talking to you is basically, it could also be seen as support, having someone there who's the same as you, going through the same journey as you, who, yes, it can be the same, it can be different, but at least that voice reassuring is support. And I think just listening to different people who have gone through the same journey as I have, like, I've not met a lot of people who have RP, and just meeting people who have RP, it blows my mind. One of the things that I've done this year is I went to Manchester for the first time with Mitch. We had to go there to get to Liverpool to go to a conference. And I am such a fan of the blind poet. He's known as Dave Steele. I don't know if you guys know him. Please, listen to his videos, like, read his poetry. He is such an amazing person. You think my story is inspiring, you should listen to his. He should be someone maybe to come to do these talks. But I reached out to him and I told him, I'm coming to Manchester. It would be a dream if I could meet you. And he's like, yeah, sure. Let me know when you're in Manchester. We can meet up. He's such a friendly person, and he does have retinitis pigmentosa. And just sitting down for an hour with him, it literally gave me all the positivity in the world that I needed. Because at that time, I was just starting my pace with Mitch. I didn't know what to expect. I was still learning the ropes. And so just speaking to someone who actually has RP, it gave me the support and gave me the positivity and the boost I needed to know that I'm not alone. So I say speak up, use your voice, and that's the best way you're gonna get support back. And do not be stubborn. If someone says that they're coming to help you, the one advice I say is don't be stubborn. When I was growing up, I was so stubborn as a teenager going through high school and then transitioning through to my undergrad. Before I lost my peripheral sight when I was 21, I would say please, 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 if you can, do not be stubborn and do not say that you can do things, because there are some things that we will never be able to do, and I've accepted that. And just having those people to support me, I have such a amazing friend who lives in England. She always helps me. She comes up to Scotland every now and then to help me, and I think having her when I was in my last year of my uni actually really gave me that support that I really needed when I was losing my sight. I do not know where I'd be if it wasn't for her coming, to live with me, to help me. And now we've known each other for 8 years. She's such an amazing person. I see her more than a friend. I see her as family. So please, if someone says they're coming to help, do not be stubborn. Just accept the help, because at the end of the day, whether we're VI, we're losing our sight, we're blind, or we're non-disabled, we all need help in the end.
Amazing. Does anyone have any other questions? Because I have one. You say you love to travel a lot. Where's the best place that you've been? And that's in the UK and also outside of the UK as well. Where would you like to go? What's on your to-do list?
Wow, this is such a difficult question, Mark. I'd say one of my favorite places to go travel to, and I've been to so many times, yet I love to. I have 2 places. First, the first place that I really love to go visit is Italy. I've been to it many times with my family. I've been to it this year for a friend's wedding. Like they have amazing food, amazing wine, amazing people. I got to visit the Tuscany area and Florence. I say that was a hit for me this year, just to go travel. And I went with my mom. So I've not solo traveled yet, still on my list to do. But yeah, it's something that I really, really want to do. But Italy is the one place I'll keep on going back to. I love it. It's amazing. And if you get the chance to go visit. And on my bucket list, hopefully for next year, is to go to Spain. I've never been to Spain yet. My cousin is studying there, so I hope to go visit her. I also want to visit the countries in Latin America. So I want to visit Mexico, Chile, Argentina, and all these other places, because I know that the culture is beautiful and the people are beautiful as well. The second place I'd say, which is my favorite, because I didn't answer, and you guys will think I'm such a child, and it's Disneyland. It's always been my favorite place. I am an adrenaline junkie. I love roller coasters. I love zip lines. So that's where I'm spending my 30th birthday next year, in Disneyland Paris. So
we've been
some
twice.
people might say I'm in denial of getting to my 30s. I say I'm just going to, feed that inner child before I enter my 30s.
Oh, that's amazing.
Mm.
Does anyone have any questions? Katrina, have you got any other questions?
No, not for now.
Yeah, but thank you very, very much, Zain. That was absolutely amazing, so inspiring, and we really do appreciate you coming along and speaking so openly about your journey, your academia, and your life. And we do hope it's enough to turn someone's corner in their life if they're struggling. And we thank you very, very much. So thanks very much for your time.
Anytime. And like I said, anytime anyone has any questions or they just want to chat, Mark, please feel free to send them my email. I'm happy to stay in contact.
Excellent. Thank you very, very much.
We hope you have enjoyed this recording. If you have any questions, queries, or wish to leave any feedback, then please leave it in the comments section below. Alternatively, you can send your inquiries to info@retinauk.org.uk. Contact us via the telephone on 01280 821 334 or call our helpline on 0300 111 4000, which is open Monday to Friday 9:30 a.m. to 9:30 p.m. If you would like to know more about our local peer groups, when your next meeting will be held, or if you wish to get involved in creating your own group, or would like to know more about our services that Retina UK provides, then please visit our information and support page on our website www.retinauk.org.uk and navigate to our local peer group page. Thanks again for listening. We hope to see you again soon. Take care and bye for now.